Good morning, grade 6. Our lesson for today is finding the missing term in proportion and solving word problems involving proportion. In finding the missing term in proportion, apply the law of proportion. Law of proportion states that the product of the means is equal to the product of the extremes, where A is to B is equal to C is to D, where B and C are means and A and D are extremes. Example number 1. 3 is to 4 is equal to 9 is to n. What is the value of n? Solution, we have 3 is to 4 is equal to 9 is to n. So multiply the product of the means and the extremes. So we have 3 times n is equal to 4 times 9. 3 times n is equal to 3n, and 4 times 9 is equal to 36. Divide both sides by 3, so we have 3n divided by 3 is equal to n, and 36 divided by 3 is equal to 12. So n is equal to 12. Number 2. N is to 7 is equal to 24 is to 28. Solution, n is to 7 is equal to 24 is to 28. So n times 28 is equal to 7 times 24. N times 28 is equal to 28n, and 7 times 24 is equal to 168. Divide both sides by 28, so 28n divided by 28 is equal to n, and 168 divided by 28 is equal to 6. So the value of n is 6. Kinds of proportion. Number 1. Direct proportion states that when one term increases or decreases, the other term also increases or decreases at the same rate. Example, Marlon, an OFW in Canada, remitted $400 to his family in Makati. The current exchange rate of dollars to peso is $1 to 49 pesos. How much money did his family receive in peso? Given $1 to 49 pesos exchange rate, $400 remitted by Marlon, and is the money received in peso. Ask amount of money in peso received by his family in Makati. Solution and answer. So we have 1 is to 49 is equal to 400 is to n. So 1 times n is equal to 49 times 400. So n is equal to 19,600. His family received 19,600 pesos. Number 2. Indirect or inverse proportion states that when one term increases or decreases, the other term decreases or increases at the same rate. Example, a farmer has enough feeds for 20 chickens for 6 days. How long would the same amount of feeds last if there were 60 chickens? Given 20 chickens for 6 days feeds, 60 chickens, n is days the feeds last. Ask the number of days would the feeds last for 60 chickens. Solution and answer, we have 20 is to 60 is equal to n is to 6. So we have here 20 times 6 is equal to 60 times n. 20 times 6 is equal to 120. 60 times n is equal to 60n. Divide both sides by 60, so 120 divided by 60 is equal to 2. Then 60n divided by 60 is equal to n. So n is equal to 2. The feeds would last for 2 days. Number 3. Partitive proportion states that the number divided into 2 or more equal or unequal parts is proportion to the given ratio. Example, a father wants to leave 240,000 pesos to his 4 children in the ratio of 1:2:3:4. How much will each of the 4 children receive? Given 240,000 money to be given to 4 children. 1:2:3:4 ratio of 4 children. N amount of money received by each children. Ask, amount of money would each children receive? Solution and answer. 1:2:3:4 is equal to 240,000 pesos. So n plus 2n plus 3n plus 4n is equal to 240,000 pesos. So 10n is equal to 240,000 pesos. Divide by 10 both sides. So 10n divided by 10 is equal to n. 240,000 pesos divided by 10 is equal to 24,000 pesos. So n is equal to 24,000 pesos. 2n is equal to 2 times 24,000 pesos is equal to 42,000 pesos. 3n is equal to 3 times 24,000 pesos is equal to 72,000 pesos. 4n is equal to 4 times 24,000 pesos is equal to 96,000 pesos. So we have 1:2:3:4 is equal to 24,000 pesos is to 42,000 pesos is to 72,000 pesos is to 96,000 pesos. Each child will receive 24,000 pesos, 42,000 pesos, 72,000 pesos, and 96,000 pesos. That's all for today, class. Goodbye until next time.